Good afternoon from Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals in sunny Lauderdale by the Sea. Beautiful day out today. Still burning hot out there. Not as hot a market in precious metals today as it has been. Let's take a look and see what's going on. We got, ready Marcelo? Ready for your bleep button? I'm going to throw in an F-bomb here. I'm sorry. We got monkey fucking hammered today. Go ahead, bleep that because we did. We got monkey hammered. And there's a good a visual reference of what monkey hammered might look like. So, however, you know what? I've been talking about it for a little while, and this is a beautiful time to buy the dip. And this is exactly what we got going on in precious metals, gold and silver. I've been talking about it for a little while. We were overdue for one of these big corrections, an absolutely big, ready Marcelo, fucking correction. Holy cripes, it is a big correction. But again, this is a great buying opportunity. If you haven't blown your wad yet as far as all your money, then this is a great opportunity to buy gold and silver, especially if you've been cost averaging and buying the dips, as I have suggested, which is right here, buy the dip. I'm going to put an F in here too, buy the fucking dip, because I absolutely, boy, I'm on a roll today. Pardon profanities, but this is not a child show, so if you got children in the area, have them move out of the room, please. And let's take a look here. New York. Let's go to New York first, because New York was actually a little higher. Look at this. 1932, 60 the low, 1980, 85 the high. So New York did get banged pretty good. And if you take a look, when I was talking about it yesterday, last night, remember I told you I've been watching this little trend with world markets here? And world markets have typically been a little bit higher, leading to New York being higher in the opening markets. Last night and the night before, we kind of seen like a pause, and then last night we seen a little down price in the world spot prices. And again, I speculated that we would see down prices here this morning, but not to the level that we seen them today. Look at that, a $91.80 dip in gold in New York. Holy smokes. But man, I can't tell you, normally some people are probably freaking out right now, especially if you bought gold at a little bit higher level. You bought gold recently, you're saying, oh my gosh. But you know what? This is healthy, man. I've been saying this for the longest time. These little dips are healthy. Buy these dips. It's a good opportunity to buy if you still have money. Even if you don't have money and you bought at a higher level, hang on to it. Don't worry about it. And most people will miss these dips. You'll watch this video 2 or 3 days later and it'll be gone. So not a big deal. But if you can take advantage of these, like, wow, $100 dips, my gosh, why not? Silver, same thing. Look, closed at 26.07. We were at a high at $29. That's $3. Look at this right here, 321 in New York. A low at 25.95. It's lower than that right now even, and a high at 27.90. And again, we were touching $29 last week. So I think the markets were a little over exuberant last week, and we did need this pullback. So this is healthy. Again, provides a good buying opportunity. Listen, if you bought when it was a little bit higher last week, 2,000 plus, and you bought silver at that $29 range, relax. You're not going to go broke. Don't go selling into this market. That's exactly what I'm going to say they, not the guys in the black helicopters, but that's exactly what short sellers want you to do, is panic and sell into this market right here. Don't do it. You're fine. Just wait. It'll be back above that mark at some point. I'm pretty certain of this. And as far as platinum, platinum kind of sideways. Didn't take that big hit like the other metals did. Sitting at 30.90 right now. I mean, what is it? Down about $30 or so. So really didn't take. Well, maybe it did as far as the size goes, because that would be $60 if it was 1,800. But still not too bad. Platinum kind of hanging on to its own. And again, I have faith in this market that this is nothing more than a really great dip. And more than likely, somebody sold a whole bunch of paper gold and a bunch of paper silver. That is really effing meaningless. And I've been saying, ready, Marcel? Fucking meaningless. This is not really a real physical trade. This is probably paper trades, which cause these prices to go down. However, hey, they have a lot of power, these paper trades. And let's take a look at world markets here. Besides world markets right now, 1912.70, even down lower than gold. Let's see if it touches below this 1900 mark. I kind of doubt it. I think that's the level that we're looking at right now. But if you can buy it at these lower levels, that's fine. Look at world markets, down 115 bucks. if it wasn't $1,900 gold, I'd be a little concerned about a down day and $115, but I'm not at all, or you shouldn't be either. Again, if you bought at a higher level, relax, just ride this through. It's no big deal. If you still got money, hey, buy a little bit more at this level. Your cost average down. But again, one of the things I have noticed is that if the world spot prices are leading a little bit lower for the last couple of weeks, it usually means New York will be a little bit lower. So I'm really curious to see if it hangs on to this 19 level, above 19 level, or dips below 1800. 1900 tonight. So let's take a look and see what happens. Silver, wow, monkey hammered for sure. There is my monkey with a hammer, and silver got monkey hammered. But I'll tell you why silver got monkey hammered, because those fucking ETFs, Marcelo, I got ahead of you on that one, but go ahead. You can bleep that one if you want. But it is true. ETFs, SLV, probably one of the most heavily invested precious metal stocks or whatever ETFs that there is. And I don't know who runs SLV. However, SLV has huge impacts. When people sell SLV, which is basically a silver ETF, supposedly you own an ounce of silver when you buy SLV, which is the stock ticker name for it. Again, supposedly you own an ounce of silver, but it is not true. You and 100 other guys own an ounce of silver on a piece of paper. So SLV is just an over-leveraged silver investment that I don't even know how it exists legally, but it does. And again, people that buy SLV in their stock funds and stuff, and mostly a lot of these Robin Hood people lately have been buying SLV because they heard silver was hot. They loaded into that market, and they're probably unloading right now because of some monkey hammering. Oh, I love the monkey hammer thing, but monkey hammering going on. But anyway, I'm going to get long-winded. I guess really all I have to say is we are in a full-blown precious metals bull market. You will see dips. Buy the dips when you can. And hey, it could be lower tomorrow. I'm not going to say it might not be. However, this market is not over by any way, shape, or means. So do not get discouraged. If you're in at a higher level and you spent all your money on it, just relax. We'll ride past these little lows right here. If you had more money, great. Just buy some more. Let's take a look at the. Oh, hey. As far as ETFs, I saw this little saying. I remember this when I read Robert Heinlein when I was younger. And people asked me today, they said, Brian, what about the ETFs like SLV? We've heard that SLV, the ETF, really doesn't own the silver, or supposedly they're leveraged 100 to 1, and it's really just a fake paper silver coin or whatever. So, and you know what? They're kind of right. I believe SLV and GLD, which are both ETFs, online ETFs that you can buy gold and silver with, are leveraged 100 to 1. If you think that you own gold or silver, or you don't think that you have third-party risk with those, think again. SLV, GLD, at any given time, I think any one of those two could go bankrupt and leave you with zero, a big fucking nothing. Excuse me, Marcel, I'll go back and believe me again, but a big nothing. You know, the whole point of owning gold and silver is having the real thing in your pocket. And again, I left the screen up a little bit long, but Robert Heinlein said, of course the game is rigged. Don't let that stop you. If you don't play, you can't win. And he was absolutely correct. This very influential statement when I was younger that I read this, that all markets are rigged if you really think about it to some degree. They're rigged, or someone's taking advantage of them. But you know what? Realize that and learn how to work around it. And how do we work around these rigged downs when we see silver get banged like this and we see gold get banged like this? How do you work around that? Buy the dip. Don't fall for it. Buy the dip. Hold. Don't sell. Don't panic. Buy the dips on these things. And again, of course the game is rigged. Don't let that stop you. If you don't play, you can't win. And I agree with that 100%. That's my mantra here. Let's take a look at the Wall Street Journal, what's going on. And really, same SOS, same old shit. Man, I'm in a profanity-laced report tonight, and I do apologize. But again, I never said this was a non-adult show, or that you should have your kids listening to this. So I'm just saying it like it is. Not much going on here. Stocks turn lower. S&P 500 snaps winning streak. You would think, I've been talking about for a while, that we haven't seen a blurb, nothing. Nothing about gold and silver markets just being crazy and silver doubling in price since March, over doubling in price despite its little pullback right now. Not a word in the Wall Street Journal. Take a look at the markets. Let's see if there's no, nothing there in markets, nothing on the front page. Well, we'll get to the front page in a minute, but nothing about gold and silver. I don't even think they said anything about it being down as much as it is. Silver probably got hit hardest today than it has ever been hit since probably 2008. But you know what? I am completely comfortable with that. And call me, or not, don't even call me. Come in and I'll tell you why I'm comfortable with that. I think we're fine. I think us precious metals people are fine. Let's take a look at the Wall Street Journal, because I always say that I'd like to see if there's any things in here like black swan events that will cause gold or silver to go up tomorrow or anytime soon, or news stories that will tell us that are going to strengthen why we should own gold, or strengthen the reasons why we should own gold and silver. And really, here is a great one. Harris named as Biden's running mate in historic vice presidential choice. Listen, I'm not going to go right or left, and I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm not a not Trump supporter. I didn't vote for him. I didn't not vote for him. I usually vote for third parties, and it's kind of my way of a protest vote. So I don't vote for either side. But no less, Harris named as Biden's running mate in the historic vice president choice. This kind of tells me that I don't think the Democrats are serious about winning this election. And again, this is just my opinion. They wouldn't run this lady if they were. And you know what? If there's some smart people in the Democratic Party, I got to ask, they're probably thinking the same thing. Who wants to inherit the upcoming economic mess that's coming up here soon? Nobody. Let Trump own it. Let the Republicans own it. That's what maybe the smart Democrats are thinking. However, I'm doing a lot of assuming, thinking that there's smart Democrats or smart Republicans. And I don't mean voters, and I don't mean supporters. I'm just talking about the people that run the country. So move along here, and my apologies about my political comments there, but hey, that's the way I feel. Listen, thanks for watching. This is Brian Kuzma at Commercial Rare Coins. Come in anytime I have product. I'll give you a great price. I will always tell you what the best deal is, always. Unfortunately, I don't do anything in the mail. I don't do any online stuff with precious metals, only face-to-face. My recommendation, if you are not local and you can't deal with me local, give me a call. I've grown up in this business. I know dealers in all over the country. I'll tell you who I think is best in your particular region if I have time to answer your call on the phone. I've actually been quite busy. However, you can also ask me below, and I'll try to send you a message below in the comment section. Again, Brian Kuzma, thanks for watching. Let's see what happens tomorrow. My guess, it's going to stay about the same, maybe down just a tiny bit, but I don't think we're going to see much more downside from here. Have a good evening. Talk to you later.